So it'd be nice having a vertical. Whether that will be coming to the iPhone 5S, we'll have to see. It's probably going to be a feature within iOS 8 rather than in the phone itself, but we'll have to see. So pretty much he's just talking about the gestures and using the gestures that are available with the iPhone and making it nice and smooth, and that display and how you want to have it slightly curved, because it is a slightly curved display. They want to basically show that off. So it looks like Apple just killed their stream. Like Apple just killed everything. Interesting. Apple apparently is having issues. Got it. So now they're talking about apps. Phil Schiller is talking about applications for the new iPhone. Pretty much what we're probably going to see is that they're going to bring in a scaling for applications that don't get updated right away. So they will be able to take advantage of the larger displays while still being able to pretty much retain quality. So that's what we'll see for applications. With every new iOS update, it usually will take iPhone developers a while to get their applications updated. They do have early access to the apps, but it can still take a long time development-wise if they need to rebuild, if they need to extend, to test out. So don't expect any amazing iOS 8 quality applications within the first couple of weeks. You might see something after about the first month, the first 2 months. But for right now, I wouldn't think that we would see anything looking good, basically, until we get into a month or two down the road. So now Phil Schiller is just going on and on about why these are the best phones ever, and they have basically the A8 chip, which is the next generation of processor. Of course, it's 64-bit. That came in with the iPhone S. Talking about how it has 2 billion transistors, which is basically, it allows basically for better processing, for better working on the chip base. So while the chip is smaller, it's got more transistors. Basically, technology is allowing these things to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Pretty much they're just rattling off all of the performance statistics, such as a 25% CPU, 50% GPU. Talking about the performance, it will be, of course, every next iPhone is going to be outdoing its predecessor with its performance, allowing for better graphics, allowing for, blah, 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 blah. We're going to see all of that stuff. It's going to be pretty much, it gets twice as fast, it's even more than twice as fast every time you get a new generation of the iPhone. I mean, Apple really isn't known for these small incremental updates. They're usually major updates, and that's why they have big events for this, is that they want to show off all of these big updates. And pretty much, so talking about their partners, gaming partners, it looks like, for so basically they're talking about all of these companies they're bringing on, talking about their partners. They started to do that recently. I've really started to see that they've started bringing on their partners, talking about applications, pretty much filling extra time. So we're taking a look at a game called Vain Glory by Super Mega Evil Corp, I think is the company name that they decided to bring out. So they've are demoing it on a new iPhone. I can't tell if that's the iPhone 6 Plus or the iPhone 6, but they are demoing a game which looks pretty fantastic. I mean, the graphics are pretty spectacular every time they debut games. So it's pretty cool, pretty nice. So it looks like the game is something as a uh, it looks like it's going to be an arena type gaming. I'm trying to decipher what they're saying amidst the person talking Chinese in my ear. So if I pause for a second to understand, it's probably because there's somebody talking Chinese in my ear. So I'll pretty much I'll try to get this as best as I can. So it's all about graphics. It's all about showing off particle effects. It's all about taking advantage of all the CPUs. Now, there's a very small subset of games within Apple that does this, but the games that do that are very nice. They allow you to, I don't know, just take full advantage, and there's very few games that do that. So I'm glad that Apple allows you to do that. They've definitely taken the iPhone to a next level. So now they've just cut off the audio. Aha! Nope, I still have somebody talking Chinese in my ear. Never mind. Thought they switched it over, but nope. So it looks, I guess what people are saying, it looks League of Legends like. I don't play the game personally, so I'm not too aware of what League of Legends is like, but that pretty much is what this game looks like, apparently, is what I'm being told on the iPhone. And that is a guy on stage, by the way, not a girl. Both of them are guys. So it's all about performance. It's all about graphical computing. So that's Vainglory. It's going to be on iOS 8. It's going to launch with the iPhone. So if that looks like a game you like, because apparently it's something Dota-like and something League of Legends-like. It's very So Apple is just basically just wants to show off what's possible with their iPhones, what you can take full advantage of. Because this is not only a marketing campaign for people to get their devices, but it's also a marketing campaign to get developers to come and develop for the platform. Apple has a very wide user base when it comes to applications. It has a very wide user base when it comes to developers as well, and they want developers to create great applications. So this is not only a marketing for Apple to consumers, but also Apple to developers as well. They've also bumped up the battery life, it looks like, and I don't know how you can do that when your devices get so thin. And so you can get, looks like 16 days of standby with the iPhone 6 Plus, 10 days of standby for the iPhone 6. If you're listening to audio, that's 50 hours versus 80 hours. So you could almost, I would say you could almost go 2 days without charging the phone. And that's something that has been very interesting to me. We started out with these, dumb phones that you could not charge for 3 or 4 days, but now you have an iPhone where you got to pretty much charge it every night or every, 12 hours.
Tốc độ Wi-Fi trên iPhone 6 và iPhone 6 Plus cũng sẽ được tăng lên nhanh đến gấp 3 lần. Như vậy là những một số nhược điểm về Wi-Fi của iPhone 5 sẽ được khắc phục ở phiên bản iPhone 6 này. Và với khả năng của nó thì iPhone 6 sẽ hỗ trợ tốt nhất cái khả năng gọi điện bằng Internet, đặc biệt là từ Wi-Fi.
You can make a standard call in the same way, and it'll go out over Wi-Fi. But as you leave your home and transition onto the cellular network, the call will seamlessly just hand off and keep going. This is really cool technology.
Như vậy là với cái chế độ này thì ngay cả khi chúng ta rời khỏi cái khu vực có Wi-Fi hoặc là có sự cố về Wi-Fi thì cuộc gọi sẽ không bị gián đoạn mà vẫn tiếp tục được thực hiện. Đây là một cái bước tiến mới của Apple.